This is one beautiful little alley. I think alleys, first of all, are something that's similar to life. I've learned, that like in life, you don't know what's around the corner, but often it's something interesting, surprising, pleasant. Hi, I'm John Jackson. I'm here in Kunsan, a port city in South Korea, where the long Silk River flows down into the beautiful Yellow Sea. I came to Kunsan last night by plane from Jeju Island. It took me just 40 minutes. But this is not my first trip to Kunsan. I came to Kunsan 50 years ago. I floated down from Gongju. It took 3 days and 2 nights. It was a very exciting trip, and I haven't been to Kunsan since then. But today, I'm going to look around Kunsan and try to explore some of the history from the 1900s to today. I think it'll be very interesting, and I hope you'll come with me and have fun. So, let's go. I'm here at a very interesting place in Kunsan. This is a place that's unique in all the world. What we have here is a floating wharf. The tides here are so great that the ships could not come in and load the rice here. So many years ago, 1926 maybe, the Japanese constructed a kind of floating wharf. A lot of rice was collected here. When the Japanese were here, they exploited the Koreans. They wanted their rice, and they took their rice and they brought it here, and they used this wharf to put it on the ships and take it to Japan. I've been looking around here and I think this is the money picture right here. This is a perfect place to take a photo and capture the spirit of this floating dock here in Kunsan. The reason I'm saying this is here we've got a ramp that was used for loading, and here we've got an old barge, very rusty barge. Makes us feel like this is from the past or something. And we've got these yellow guardrails which make a kind of disappearing lines moving, drawing the viewer into the picture. And then to make it perfect, in the background we've got Kunsan City, the new Kunsan. So here, this will be the money picture, I think, for this wharf. So I'm going to try to get a good one. Oh, look at these fish. I have no idea what kind of fish they are, but boy, they have a really strong smell. I think these would be delicious for some anju with some makgeolli. Makes me hungry. 혹시 무슨 생선이에요?
이게 군산 특산품 박대라는 거예요.
박대.
네.
왜 박대라고요?
박대는 이제 전라남도 쪽은 서대가 큰 게 있어요. 예, 그건 탕용이고 이 박대는 조그만하고 납작하잖아요. 가재미하고 비슷해서 박대라고 군산 특산품. 여기가 이제 째보선창으로 아주 군산에서 유명한 항구예요.
그래요?
여기 보시다시피 이 뻘이 많잖아요. 뻘이 많은데 예전에는 큰 배들, 철선들 와서 여기서 작업을 많이 했던 곳이에요. 모든 배들이 여기 와서 출하를 해요. 옛날 발로 차고 다니도 다 생선이었어요. This is a very interesting old welding machine, I guess. I can't imagine how old this is. 100 years? Who knows? The street's very quiet. I think in the past maybe a lot of activity here when this was a busy port before they moved the wharf to the newer wharf. So now this area, which used to be very busy with inns people would stay in and all of the transportation of the rice, and now it's all moved to the new port. So now it's very quiet. I don't know what I can find here, but oh, look here. This is something you don't see every day. Anchors, many, many anchors. Let's check it out. Oh boy, here's something I wasn't expecting, but I know in the past, rice from all over the country came to Kunsan, and it came by train, and it was taken and unloaded at the floating wharf that we visited. So here I am, and I've discovered the end of this transportation link to bring the rice to Kunsan, to put it on the floating wharf, to put it on the ships, and much of it was taken to Japan. Cosmos flowers growing now, it's very beautiful. In the past, a lot of smoke coming from the trains coming back and forth, and so busy, and now everything has changed. 어머니 여기서 언제부터
여기로 온 지가
살았어요?
한 60년 됐어요.
60년?
예.
와.
충남에서 살다가 고향은 충남인데 내가 어렸을 때 고향은 충남인데 이리 온 지가 이제 남편 따라서 이리 와가지고 한 60년 되었지 이리 온 지가.
와.
이 철도는 그렇게 저희 왔을 때는 여기 우리 왔을 때는 여기 석탄을 많이 싣고 가서 저 위에다가 이렇게 많이 쌓아놓더라고요. 경장에 쌓아놔. 그 철도가 저 지금 외양이라고 있는데 거기까지 갔었어요. 근데 지금은 이제 저 중간에서 이 철도를 못 쓰게 다 거기서 다 주민들이 이제 장사하고 막 하니까 없어졌더라고. 이 우리께까지만 있지. 어렸을 때 그냥 일제시대 때인데 그때는 이제 막 저런 시골 같은 데서도 일본 사람들이 막 강제로 해가지고 여기다 퍼가지고 일본인들도 싣고 가고 딴 데로 싣고 가고 그랬다고 그래요. 지금 가면 거기 흔적이 있어요.
예.
그 위에.
아까 갔다 왔어요.
네, 저 위에.
예.
그렇지. 저는 이제 그때 시절을 못 봤으니까 시골에서 살았으니까 못 봤지.
그래요. 준비 하나, 둘. 준비 하나, 둘. I'm here at the old Kunsan Customs House. This is a very famous building, not only in Kunsan, but in all of Korea. It's one of the three most famous European-style buildings in the country. The first two are in Seoul, Seoul Station and the Bank of Korea. They are very impressive buildings. We're going to walk down the street where there's an area of Kunsan that in the past many Japanese people lived. So today there are a lot of Japanese style buildings and houses and structures. So we're going to start here today, and then we're going to walk down to the old historical area and look at some of the old Japanese style structures. I think it'll be very interesting for you. So follow me. We're on a street now that's very close to the customs house. And as you can see, the street is very wide. It's because a lot of Japanese merchants lived here. They had a lot of wealth and all, so they were able to develop their neighborhood. But even though the streets are wide here, there are little corners where you can find very narrow and interesting alleys. Here's a very cute, small, narrow, short alley. I'm going to go in and see maybe something beautiful in here. Let's go. I thought so. Look here. This is an old basket for taking the rice when the wind blows and throw it up in the air so that the husk will blow away. So perfect for this kind of rice producing or rice transportation area of Kunsan. So this is kind of serendipity. Suddenly I discover the perfect little tool to talk about all of this area, and it's here in an alley, so what could be better? So anyway, this is a kind of secret alley with a lot of mysteries and stories. Over here there's a dog house. Luckily there's no dog today. Shoestring with a little hook. What did they hang from this hook? We have no idea. Maybe someone's delivering some yogurt in the morning. They hang it on this hook and they come out. It's kind of like milk delivery in the morning in the past when milk was delivered. This area was occupied by the Japanese, and here in this little alley we can see just a corner of Japanese style house. Wooden planks there, and they've made some kind of support to bring the house out so that the alley can be covered during rainy weather. 선생님, 여기 앉아도 돼요?
네, 앉으세요.
아주 시원한 자리. 여기 아주 시원해요. 이 나무 때문에. 혹시 이 나무 무슨 특별한 뜻 있어요?
예, 이 나무는 저희 아버님이 우리 아들내미 낳았다고 이제 베트남 하지 이런 기계 하나 갖다 심어놓은 것이 이렇게 컸어요.
아,
이게 벌써 한 40년 됐는데.
40년.
네.
와, 금방 저 가게 뒤에 골목 지나갔는데
예.
그리고 문 많아요. 그렇지만 전부 좀 빈 집 같아.
예, 옛날에는 그런 집도 다 사람이 살았어요. 이게 동네가 죽으니까 지금은 한 집 외에는 없어요. 여기 옛날에는 뭐 시청이고 경찰서, 뭐 법원이고 이 근처에 다 있어요. 이 도랑에 다 있었는데 그런 것이 다 이제 외지로 나가버렸죠. 외곽으로 나가버리니까 여기가 사람이 낄 일이 없죠. 아무래도 이제 그런 데가 그 사람들이 다 이제
하나, 둘. I think many people in that neighborhood come, sit down, chat with him because it's the most beautiful, comfortable spot. Only because of the tree. And the tree is there only because his father thought enough about his son and his grandson to do that. So I had a really good, comfortable feeling talking to that man. So I would enjoy sitting under that tree anytime, particularly on a very hot day, having a drink of makgeolli and chatting with that man.
I have a bit of a problem here. There are two alleys. I don't know which one I should go into first. Robert Frost, a famous poet, wrote a poem, The Road Not Taken. He suggested take the one less traveled. Let's try this one.
This is a real jewel. Look at this alley. You've got the converging lines here. You've got the repetition, green iron shutters on the windows. On this side, you've got a completely different feel. It's old, unpainted, beginning to fall to pieces, very, very rusty iron on the windows. The red door there, which looks rather mysterious. Why is it there? Why is it red? What can be inside it? So this may be my favorite alley so far. Shall I knock? Oh well, maybe next time. I was hoping, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. The mystery is growing deeper. Look at this bicycle parked here in front of the red door. Can someone be inside? Not answering the knock. What's going on? Makes me very curious, maybe a little jealous. I've got to get a photo of the bicycle.
계세요. 들어가도 돼요? 예, 감사합니다. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 할머니 여기서 몇 년 계셨어요?
여기서 사는구만에 한 50년 살았을 거예요.
그래요?
여기서 사는구만에.
어,
동네가 조용해.
어,
우리가 사남매인 게 애들이 여기서 다 학교 가고 뭐 직장 잡아서 나가고 결혼해서 나가고 다 이 집에서 했으니까 우리 가게가 돈 많이 벌어줬지 이게. 애들 사남매를 다 가르쳤으니까. 이걸 팔아서 아파트로 가라 그러는데 나 죽을 때까지 여기서 살다 갈란다고 그냥 띵깡 부렸어. 그래서 이걸 못 팔았어. 딸들이 팔아갖고 편안하게 아파트로 가라 이거지. 근데 갑자기 아파트 들어가면 진역 사는 것 같아서 못 살아. 답답했어.
와, 할머니 이 의자 굉장히 오래됐어요. 나무로
오래됐어. 한 100년은 됐어.
한 100년? 와,
우리가 와서 인기 받아갖고 50년이나 살았어. 100년은 됐어.
와 아직 든든해요.
우리 할아버지가 다 못질했잖아 이거.
그래요. 뭐,
다 못질했잖아 이거.
아,
부서진 게.
하나, 둘. 이거 보세요. 못쉬게 찍었어요.
잘 나와.
고마워요. As you know, many Japanese moved to Korea during the Japanese occupation and became very wealthy. Today I'm in front of one of the best preserved Japanese style house in Kunsan. It's very beautiful and we're going to go inside and take a look around. One thing I like about the Japanese houses, there are a lot of stairways, wooden stairways. And of course, the floor is wood. It has a very nice sound to it when you walk. I feel like I'm walking in something natural because it is natural. Beautiful wood floor, light coming in, shadows. Makes for a really good feeling. Inside the rooms are tatami mats and very simple designs. So it's good that this Japanese house has been preserved. You can go in and have a different kind of pleasure. Walking, looking, sitting, thinking, relaxing. Really nice. I'm glad they preserved this beautiful home here in Kunsan.
This house was built in the 1920s by a Japanese merchant, Hirosu. In Japan, there was a saying at that time, if you want to become a rich man, move to Kunsan in Korea. Many Japanese did, and many of them became wealthy. This is the house and home of one man, a Japanese man, who moved to Kunsan and became very, very wealthy. I'm sitting here today, and I know that this house has some kind of sadness attached to it for Korean history, but luckily I know that after liberation, a Korean man moved in here. So very nice to sit here, and I'm glad this house has been preserved so that Koreans can come here and enjoy the beauty of the house, even though they don't own it. I'm here in Chungdong, a place called 99 Alleys. I don't know why, but it's a very nice place to catch the feeling of old Kunsan and the new Kunsan. And as you can see, there are a lot of doors. I don't know why. 계세요? 예.
네, 어서 오세요.
예. 사장님, 여기 문 이렇게 많아요? 왜 그래요?
군산이 이게 생기기 전에 서울 가서 재개발 지역에서 이 철거하는 문을 사다가
아, 그래요?
저희가 다시 만들고 페인트 칠하고 사람 목수가 일하는 사람이 다시 이렇게 만들고 해서 판매를 하게 됐어요. 처음에
요새 그 옛날 문 나무는
별로 안 찾아요. 안 해요, 안 해요.
왜?
요즘에는 플라스틱이 다 나와가지고 플라스틱
그래요?
나와가지고 다 그걸로 해요. 그리고 아파트들이 많으니까 공장에서 다 문이
그래요?
만들어져 나와요.
Oh, look at this. Really, really old. Moon. So old. Covered with dust. Maybe it's been here, I don't know, 50 years. Interesting. Here's another interesting door. These old doors are very beautiful and have a nice design to them and different ages. So here we've got one old one and one back there with a lot of designs. Oh, wow. This is what I've been looking for. Beautiful. Got two old doors there, falling to pieces. Looks like a romantic couple. Man on one side, woman on the other side, walking down the street, kind of tilted over. It's got a nice romantic atmosphere to it, even though it's just old doors. If you look and you see, oh yeah, I can see that's a couple. So it makes a very interesting picture, photo. People see that, they have some kind of feeling that, yeah, doors are doors, but doors can also be seen romantically. Makes photography interesting. I'm in the 99 Alleys neighborhood, and I still don't know the meaning. But if you want to know the meaning of something in Korea from long ago, you have to find a Korean grandmother. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4 grandmothers may be inside. Let's go see. 계세요? 들어가도 돼요? 안녕하세요.
어서 오실까니 여기까지 이렇게 흠한데 찾아오셨어?
Okay. 할머니 이 동네 99 골목이라고 하는데
네.
그리고 그거 무슨 뜻이에요?
그게가 옛날에 골목에 적은데 이제 혹시라도 도둑 사람들이 들으면 막 이들고 이리 가고 해도 사람이 한 명이 도망가도 10명이 못 잡는다고 아흔아홉 골목이라고 싹 골목이 많은 게.
혹시 할머니 도망간 도둑놈
응. 그래 못 잡는다고 해서
보셨어요?
그전에는 그럴 수도 있었지요. 어디 누구 뭐 들어왔는데 막 쫓은 게 막 도망가는데 못 찾는다고. 못 잡어. 막 한 번 들어가 보면 그 10명이 쫓아가도 못 찾아요.
여기 진짜 골목 99개 있어요?
네. 그러면 아흔아홉 골목.
99개?
예.
와.
이제 이렇게 다 이제 도로놨은 게 그 옛날 막 여기는 그전에 이렇게 시발 아랫밭도 갔지만 그전에는 막 뻘밭 아니라 막 장화 이렇게 저리 신고는 못 신고 비 오면 장화 신고 댕겨야지. 그런 게 남편은 없어도 장화 없이는 못 산다는 소문이 나고 그래서 그렇게 난 말이에요. 그리고 시방에게 도로가 낯선 게 아니지만 그전에 이만 여기서 전부 다 짝한 집이요. 그냥 다 뜯고서 이렇게 거실을 맹글었지. 그전에는 아흔 많고 이만쓰기가 골목 이만쓰기 갖고 사람이 도망가면 찾도 못했어. 그래서 아흔아홉 골목.
재미있어요.
한국말도 잘하시고 여기 오신 지가 얼마나 될까 한국말을 참 잘하셔요.
한국 한 40년
아이고,
있었어요.
오래됐구만.
군산 50년 전에 71년 군산 처음에 왔어요.
50년 전이 군산 왔다고. 아이고,
예.
군산 양반 오래 있었구만 이거.
그래서 이번에 50년 후에 다시 왔어요.
그래, 또 다시 또.
많이 변했어요, 도시. 이 동네에 할머니 몇 명 계세요?
여기 보낸 양반만 11명 계세요.
Here's one of the 99 alleys. It looks like a really photogenic alley. I'm going to walk down and see if I can find a really nice photo. Follow me. This is one beautiful little alley. If you just walk through it very quickly, you'll miss so much. First house here, look at this door. Deep blue, rust red behind, green fading off into aqua color, and the light green roof with the ripples. Underneath of it, you've got the little iron fence to prevent thieves from coming in. You know, this area, there are many thieves trying to escape from the police. So this is a perfect shot for forbidden alleys. This is the alley I want to go to my home. Just imagine drinking soju, drinking makgeolli, drinking mekju, beer. You come home. Oh. 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 Never fall down. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Fun though. Very fun little alley. Well, 99 alleys. I've just been to a few, but this is a very nice, small, narrow alley, and I think it's very interesting. I just took a photo here of these 3 bicycles. We don't know why these bicycles are here, but it allows our imagination to think, why are these 3 bicycles here? Of course, they're probably just the bicycles that the people live here. But, you know, if you have some imagination, you can make a story of some kind of romantic rendezvous, 3 people involved in a kind of three-way love affair. So there's some kind of opportunity here in a narrow alley to think in a wider perspective about what might be happening. Use your imagination. I'm not a novelist, but a novelist probably could write a little short story just from this scene. I've learned, you know, that like in life, you don't know what's around the corner. So too often we worry about the future. But walking through alleys, I've discovered that enjoy the trip, and around the corner there will be something different. It may be a challenge, but even a challenge can be interesting. If you are a photographer, or if you have just your little cell phone camera, you'll find something beautiful to capture that you normally would just walk past and never know anything about. This is the end of a long day I've had here in Kunsan. I had the opportunity to visit many hidden alleys, places that I would never have visited before. I came to Kunsan 50 years ago,
Today, Kunsan has changed very much. Maybe did not know about. It's been a kind of history lesson for a part of Korean history that I did not know so much about. The Japanese occupation and how Koreans overcame that. And I'm happy to see that they are preserving that part of their history, even though it's not a very happy part of the history. But maybe by preserving it, they can help it to not happen again. If you visited Kunsan, maybe you can visit some of these places in person and have the experience that I was lucky to have. That's all for now. Bye. In Kunsan, while traveling through so many alleys, I took so many photos. If I try to think which photos are the ones that I consider the best or the ones that I will remember, surprisingly, one photo that I was really happy to turn a corner and see there before me was in the where there were a lot of shops making doors, 2 old doors. Wow, that's a couple. No one in the world except me will turn that corner and discover this kind of little romantic possibility just with old doors. Watch cat. I've never seen a watch cat, and that's a very watchful watch cat. Yeah? Ooh. Oh, you're gonna pose. Good. That's a good kitty cat.